NRE affects everyone in your life, whether you realize it or not, which is why it can be so dangerous, because you're not noticing everything that's going on with you. You're not cognizant. You're not aware of what's going on. And when you get out of it, that's when your awareness comes back. When you look around, you're like, I forgot to pay that bill. So, NRE stands for New Relationship Energy. And Editing Me is probably putting up some sort of text to explain it. But if not, NRE is New Relationship Energy. It is the phenomenon that happens usually around the first few months of when you first start talking to someone or dating someone, fucking someone, playing with someone, any sort of intimate interaction that you're having with a person. You start to feel butterflies, knots in your stomach, a buzzing feeling in your body. It feels electric when you're around them. That's that energy. Everything is happy and new. I mean, it's new. It's new because it's a new person, but it's new because each time is different from the last time. So if you think you got a handle on it the first few times, oh no, you did not. That hits you every single time in a different way.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
So that's New Relationship Energy. And of course I put something much more intellectually sound as the official definition. And there are going to be links to some of the resources that I used while creating this video in the description, so get used to that. When do you feel it? You feel it, like I mentioned earlier, in the first few months. It can last from 2 weeks to, I've actually seen some places say up to 2 years, which, no, I don't want that. But it can last from 2 weeks to 2 years. Really, it just starts from that day one conversation or date that you have with someone, play date, you know, because there are some alternative lifestyle people, some BDSM people. Hello. How does it feel? Again, like I mentioned earlier, it feels like walking through a field of flowers and you're not allergic. It feels like eating candy for the first time. You feel that sugar rush. Everything is a rush. Everything just feels good, tastes good, sounds good. Everything that they say is funny. Everything that they say is inspiring, and you want to talk about them all the time. You want to be around them all the time. You want to incorporate them into your life. So that leads me to why people love it. We love it because it feels good. It feels amazing. It feels stupendous. It feels wonderful for you and for the other person that you know you're crushing on, you're liking, you're first starting to date, you're first starting to fuck. It feels great for y'all because everything's new. However, The reason why people hate it is because when you're in it, you forget that you are a part of the world. You are a part of other relationships. You have other responsibilities to attend to. Sometimes when we're in NRE, we don't focus as well on what the other person is saying, what your other partners are saying, what your friends or family members are saying. Sometimes when we're in NRE, we cancel dates with other partners. We cancel friend dates. We slack off at work. We can admit that. We slack off at work, we slack off with school. We might not listen to our kids as often or anyone that we're taking care of. Things kind of fall by the wayside when you're in NRE because it's like you're high.
Yep.
It's like you're high. Feeling high is, it's nice, it's great. Until you realize that you're not nearly as productive as you used to be. You're not nearly as attentive to other people and your responsibilities as you used to be. And that's annoying on the light end, but it can be extremely detrimental to your relationships on the other end. Some people break up with other people because they are so wrapped up in this new person that they feel like it can never be that good and everyone else doesn't compare. Even though you probably felt that way with your older partners. You probably felt that way with your exes. You probably felt that way when you got your new job, or when you got that new piece of clothing, or when you beat that level on a video game. You feel that way whenever you do something that you accomplish, something that feels good. It's not a new concept. It's just new because it's another person bringing it. And honestly, the best way that I can describe what it's like to be on the other side of NRE, having felt it and watched my other partners feel it, they are wearing rose-colored glasses, and that looks very cute for them. Everything's red and pink and sometimes brown, but then you don't really see that some of that red ain't good. You don't recognize that that you're ignoring major signs. A lot of times when we're feeling these big emotions, we don't get the fact that that new partner might be judgmental, or that new partner might be trying to take you away from a more openly non-monogamous lifestyle. That new partner could be, sometimes getting you into things that you don't actually want to do or need to be in. Whatever that is for you, if you realize that you aren't the same person that you were before, you're probably in NRE. If you are constantly talking about this new person and your partners are rolling their eyes, you're probably in NRE. And I know it feels great, but it's fleeting because it doesn't last forever. A lot of times, it usually wears off within the first 6 months. After 6 months, you're used to this person. You might be used to the jokes or the things that you like to do. You might start to get annoyed by their quirks. Because when you're in it in the beginning, it feels great. Their quirks are just fun, different. Eventually, they become
I smell trouble.
tedious or dangerous or inconsiderate of not only you or their partners, but your partners and your friends and their friends. NRE affects everyone in your life, whether you realize it or not, which is why it can be so dangerous, because you're not noticing everything that's going on with you. You're not cognizant. You're not aware of what's going on. And when you get out of it, that's when your awareness comes back. When you look around, you're like, oh, I forgot to pay that bill. Sometimes you forget to pay bills. Sometimes you forget to pick up your kids. Sometimes you forget to send off a report. Sometimes you crash a car. Sometimes bad things happen when you're not paying attention. Not every time. This does not happen with all instances of new relationship energy, but it's a much higher chance of this shit happening. How do you keep it in check? In some ways, to be honest, you can't. Sometimes you just gotta ride it out, because most of the time it only lasts until month 6. You can just ride it out, because usually it's not that bad. It's a little annoying, but it's not that bad. Now, when it does get bad, you notice that it's bad because you're not working, you're not talking, you're not eating, you're not acting the same. Your responsibilities are not being taken care of. Like I said, if you're not paying a bill because you on the phone with your new boo, that's a problem. Sometimes you can ride it out. Other times you have to be honest with yourself and say, hey,
why did I do that? Why didn't I do that?
Okay, let me talk to my friends, talk to my counselors, peer counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to other non-monogamous people, ethically non-monogamous people, and be wary of people who tell you, don't worry about it. If you're worried, there's a reason for you to be worried. Explore why. Be wary of people who say it's gonna be fine, but that's all they say. They either don't know what this feels like, haven't experienced it, or have ulterior motives that you really need to address. Some things that you can do when you're in NRE to keep yourself in check is to give yourself some self-love and then respond, and then think about whatever you were going to do again, because sometimes we are horn dogs who need to expel that energy before moving forward, before making your next decision. You know, NRE a lot of times it's like, it feels like you're a teenager again. And that's cute, but not what you need to be right now. Most likely, if you're watching this, you're not a teenager. So you remember what it was like when you liked someone, but you did something you weren't supposed to do. Something that took you away from something else. Think of it that way. Your brain during NRE is like a teenage brain. You're not considering everything. So step back and consider everything. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. Put it down and then think. Write it out. Go for a walk. Go for a drive. Go talk to your friends. Go out to brunch with your friends. I am a real big advocate of brunch. Probably because I really want to do brunch pretty soon. Either way, go talk to your friends. If they think you tripping, then you probably tripping. Just saying. So that is our overview of NRE. I would love to know what you think of NRE in the comment section or in my DMs, specifically about NRE or other non-monogamy topics. What was it like when you went through NRE? How was it different each time? Because it is different each time. And what is some advice that you would give? What is some advice that I didn't touch on that you maybe want me to touch on in a shorter video? I don't know. Tell me about it. But I love you guys. Thank you for sticking it out. Thank you for watching. Follow me on social media. And I will see you next week to talk about something else non-monogamy or polyamory or dating or love relationship related. Bye.